Scorpio Ophiuchus, welcome to your monthly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for July of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so in this video, we're going to look at the most important astrological events, the big picture. If you do want a more specific look, do check your weeklies where I go into the specific aspects for each of these placements. But this should still give you a good general idea of what to expect this month. All right, so starting with the first major astrological event, it will be on the 4th, which is going to be a new moon, and this is going to be in your 8th house. So this is the house of everything deeper in life. It's the house of everything that really matters in life, and really diving deep to see where these things have been in the past that maybe we've brushed under the rug, stored away. And now it's time to lift up that rug and do that examination. In fact, it's nothing new because you've already had the sun and these fast-moving planets transiting through the 8th house, but now it's a good time to set some new intentions with this. Where can there be more intimacy in your life? And this all starts with self, of course, first. But with this intimacy with self, you'll notice that it's transpiring through your relationships and that kind of thing in other areas of your life as well. So it's all about the openness, lifting things up, and then accepting. That's the next step of the 8th house, is that through that acceptance, we come to that spiritual liberation, that spiritual healing, which is basically what this lunar cycle is about for you. Also understanding too about the importance of healthy codependency as well, which is also 8th house matters. So that's the 4th in terms of the new moon. Now on the 8th, we have Venus going into Cancer, followed by Mercury on the 11th, and then the Sun on the 17th. So there is this definitive shift now going into your 9th house. And this is the house of spiritual liberation, of freedom, in fact. So you guys will probably feel this quite strongly. And one thing about this month, too, is that your ruler, Mars, is actually direct. So there's a lot more of this forward-moving energy for you guys compared to these past few months. And I think a lot of that energy is probably involving your spiritual self, in fact. You guys have been doing a lot of reflection about perhaps your spirituality, where you can get more of that rest and relaxation and really attune to the higher states of being, which is through that presence, that acceptance, which then does lead to that liberation. So that's that 12th house retrograde Mars in your ruler. So it's still very much a month about that, but things are moving forward with your ruler direct now. And I think as this month unfolds, you feel more of that energy, perhaps motivation, but I think particularly to pursue these things that are either behind the scenes or really truly meaningful to you on that spiritual level. And for some of you, it could be like meditation, it could be yoga, it could be spiritual activities, or maybe just getting some of that R&R could be motivating as well. And through that relaxation and more receptivity, you can find that you're actually probably getting quite a bit done. So anyways, with this shift from the 8th through the 17th, Venus, Mercury, and then the Sun all going into that 9th house, this is the transformation point. This is the point from the 8th house of the deeper things in life to the expansive house of the 9th. We go through that inner acceptance, we come out the other side transformed. And that's in many ways what's happening this month, specifically once the Sun goes into that 9th house around middle of the month. And so I think you'll find that you're enjoying perhaps some philosophy, maybe spiritual studies, expanding your horizons, maybe tapping into your adventurous spirit the second half of the month. You could be enjoying that. Your mind could be here about, again, the philosophical possibilities, and you're gaining energy through expanding your mind, and perhaps quite literally, such as through nature or travel or anything else that is 9th house related in that sense. So that's on the 17th, that shift. And then also on the 17th, Mars will then turn up to Chiron, and Mars has been retrograde going over this trine with Chiron. So you guys will likely feel more of this healing that's been taking place for about the past couple months with this trine with Chiron. So healing again with yourself on that deeper soul level, but it could be a healing of your confidence, a healing of that motivation and drive, which again is moving forward for you this month. And I do want to mention too that Chiron is in your 5th house, so you guys are likely doing some healing when it comes to your self-expression, and that's been going on this year. So continuing to heal that self-expression is also, I think, very supportive here around the 17th, whether it's with your hobbies, your interests, or just expressing yourself. Now the 19th has the full moon, and that's going to be in your 2nd house, and this is the house of your values. So you guys are coming to a culmination point now with your values. It could be financial for some of you. anything that you do consider a value of yours, but it's nothing new. In fact, we just last month had a full moon here. So there's 2 full moons in Sagittarius, both in your second house of your values. So it is a culmination of these values in your life. So it's a good time to move forward with that. See what's working with the financial, with the material, with your values, and what's not. And cultivate, what is, continue to move forward with what is, what's not, either let go or modify, right? And this is this sort of status check that you're doing this later part of the month regarding your values here. Now on the 21st, we have Mercury going into Leo, followed by Venus into Leo on the 24th. And so this is your 10th house. This is the house of your career and your productive life. So there's definitely this shift, really moving fast actually through this more expansive view of life, going into the productive life. And this is going to be a big theme next month, which I think will be great for you to cultivate your work, your career, big picture plans and goals. And this last week, I think you can enjoy that quite a bit, maybe meeting people through the career front with Venus and working with it on a daily level with Mercury there. All right, so the last aspect of the month is going to be Uranus going retrograde on the 29th in that 5th house. So not a major personal thing, but a collective thing about this new shift of your self-expression. And so what I think with all this healing you're doing with your self-expression, there's also been this freedom of your self-expression. Uranus helping you connect to what you really enjoy in life, what's close to the heart, and the freeing energy that comes from that. But now reflecting on this a bit, where can you tap into that freedom of self-expression a bit more and sort of modify these things if there have been any regarding these interests that you've been cultivating over many years regarding that freedom. All right, so Scorpio Ophiuchus, hope you guys have a fantastic month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next month.